What's up, everyone? Tommy Righteous here with a 10 count quickie. Tryhard isn't with me today. This is something that's been in development the early time of this day, September 19th, 2017, and I wanted to get this video up just to talk about this quick little topic of interest. WCPW, the What Culture Pro Wrestling organization, if you're not familiar with it, it is an independent wrestling organization owned by the media mogul WhatCulture. I'm not even sure if you can call it a mogul, but WhatCulture, they post YouTube videos, articles, magazines, all about different stuff, film, TV, video games, and in this case, wrestling. They have the company WCPW, and WhatCulture has released, or these people have walked away from WhatCulture due to contractual disagreements. Whatever the case is, they've released 5 members of WCPW and effectively WhatCulture as a whole that pretty much helped to build the WhatCulture Pro Wrestling brand. Those people are Adam Blampied, Adam Blampied, Jack the Jobber, King Ross, and one other man I forget. But those 4 were 4 of the main guys that made WCPW possible, as they were the guys that went to WhatCulture and said, hey, let's attempt to build our own pro wrestling federation, and they did. For over a year, they've had this professional wrestling organization called WCPW up and going and increasing in popularity and what have you. But these 4 people, even on WhatCulture as a whole, have been so vital in WhatCulture's growth, because these are a lot of the guys that do the videos for WhatCulture, especially for wrestling and some for video games on the main WhatCulture channel. So having these people step away is definitely going to be changing the face of WhatCulture as a whole. And Adam Blampied actually on his Twitter announced today this new project. He didn't go into much detail. He just opened up with an image. It has a C and then a 5 inside. And all the tweet said was join us. So I can only assume that these 5 men are going to be stepping back, of course stepping back from WhatCulture because they're no longer associated, but trying to start their own project, which is really nice to see, because I'm going to miss those guys a lot on WhatCulture. Honestly, myself and a lot of other people included aren't really going to watch WhatCulture anymore because of these people's departure and the vitality of these people inside the WhatCulture brand that we knew. So it's going to be very complicated. It's going to be very difficult for WhatCulture to grow, and I'm not sure how this is going to affect WhatCulture as a brand. Hopefully they stay around. Maybe they're going to end up like Machinima with Ceen Anders and Hutch. If you're familiar, those were the big guys in Machinima for a while. They stepped back, and Machinima has been on a steady decline since then, at least in my opinion. Or the Creatures, if you're familiar with them. The main guys left, except for the 2 founders, and then they're like, well, where do we go from here? So I wouldn't want to see that happen to WhatCulture, because WhatCulture is definitely a very worthy news source and a good media outlet. But honestly, I don't see them getting much growth, at least initially, from this departure of these 5 guys. As for these 5 guys, I really want to know more about the project they're working on. I'm definitely going to stay tuned for that, and it's gonna definitely be a weird thing for the next couple of days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes, and just thought I might break the news. I'm sure those of you who know what WCPW is already know about it, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in as to what I think is gonna go on, and I'm sure Tryhard. I'm gonna probably pose this question to Tryhard at the 10 Count podcast this Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there, be square. Haha, self-plug. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.